Welcome to Social Media Trainwrecks, the Tuesday show where we roll up on the week's biggest brand disaster and pick through the wreckage. I'm Giovanni Gallucci, and this week Rachel Donovan's riding shotgun. We find the dumb decision, the post that poured gas on the fire, and the one move that would have saved them. Rachel, what are we rubbernecking at?
Geo, this one's got a tattoo gun and a job market. A 5-person AI startup offered strangers a job interview if they'd get the company logo tattooed on their skin. 7 people did it.
Now that's a Tuesday. Permanent ink for a maybe interview. Pull us up to the crash site because I've got a feeling the tattoo isn't even the wreck.
So here's the wreck. The company's called Lemon Lime. 5 months old, 5 people, backed by Y Combinator. They threw an after-party during YC's startup school weekend in San Francisco. Called it the Calling All Crazy Builders Party.
Okay, a baby company, a builder crowd, a party. Where's the crash?
The co-founder, a guy named Jordan Zietz, brought an actual tattoo artist to the party, and he offered an instant job interview to anyone who got a lemon lime tattoo.
A real tattoo. Needle, ink, permanent. How many people took him up on it?
7. 7 people walked out of that party branded with a 5-month-old startup's logo.
7. And here's the thing, Rachel, I want to be fair right up top. The tattoo stunt by itself isn't the wreck. Weird recruiting stunts are a whole genre. This same founder used to end interviews by taking people skydiving. That's a stunt. Nobody's writing headlines about skydiving.
So what turned this one into a 5-alarm fire?
He posted about it. That's the wreck. He went on LinkedIn and took a victory lap, bragged about the 7 tattoos, said the party was about finding people, quote, just as crazy as we are, and then told future applicants they, quote, might want to take notes.
Take notes. As in, this is how you get hired here.
That's exactly how a scared person reads it. And that's the bonehead move, and it's the whole lesson. The tattoo happened in a room. The insult happened on a feed.
And these aren't some giant company. What do they even do?
They build AI automation tools. 5 people, 5 months old. The kind of shop where the founder is the marketing department, the HR department, and the brand voice all at once. Hold that thought because it matters later.
So he takes a room stunt and broadcasts it.
He broadcasts it to a job market where entry-level postings are down about 7.5% from a year ago. He didn't read the room he was posting into. He read the room he was standing in.
So the room was in on the joke. The internet wasn't.
The internet wasn't, and the internet was scared. You've got new grads sending out 300 applications and hearing crickets. Then a founder struts online basically saying, you want to even get in the door here, put my logo on your body forever.
And people came for him.
Floored it. One line that went around was, the job market can't be this cooked that people are getting tattoos for an interview. Another one, imagine getting branded with the lemon lime logo, then getting rejected.
Wait, you could get the tattoo and still not get hired?
By his own words. The ink was the price of an interview, not a job. So now the story isn't quirky startup culture. It's a guy with power dangling a maybe in front of people who don't have it and asking for something permanent in exchange. That's the picture he painted, for free, about his own company.
Even Y Combinator, the folks who back him, stepped back from it publicly.
They sure did. Their line was basically, our companies make their own recruiting decisions and permanent ink may be a new one. When your own investor is putting daylight between you and the story, that's the market telling you the read was bad. That's not piling on. That's a signal you can measure.
Okay, so he's getting torched. What does he actually do?
To his credit, and I'll give him this, he moved fast. He deleted the posts and put up an apology the same day. Opened it with, quote, I messed up.
That's more than most founders manage. How'd you grade it?
I'd give it a C+, maybe a B-.
Explain the grade.
Let me tell you what he got right, because there's a real lesson buried in it. He named the actual harm. He wrote that tying a permanent tattoo to a job opportunity was reckless and showed poor judgment. He didn't hide behind, we're sorry if anyone was offended. He said the specific, true thing he did wrong.
That's the part most apologies skip.
It's the whole ball game. 9 out of 10 brand apologies apologize for your feelings instead of their action. He apologized for the action. And then he did the one thing that turns an apology from words into proof. He offered to pay for tattoo removal for anyone who ends up regretting
So he put money where his mouth was.
a concrete remedy with a real cost attached. That's what a credible apology actually looks like.
So why isn't it an A?
Because he couldn't stop relitigating. In the same apology, he's arguing, well, interviews were open to everybody, and nobody was forced to get our logo. Both may be technically true, both beside the point, and both undercut the I messed up he just led with,
So he apologized and defended himself in the same breath.
which reads like a man who's sorry he got caught more than sorry he did it. And there was a second fire he never put out. One woman at that party said he used her photo in the brag post without her okay, and made it look like she got the logo for a job when she didn't even want one.
Oof. And that one just sat there.
Just sat there. Here's the rule for any brand. When you're apologizing, apologize for all of it, and then stop talking. Every clause you add defending yourself is a clause that erases the apology. He should have stopped right after the removal offer. Instead, he kept driving.
And it didn't help that some big names jumped in to defend him, right?
It didn't. A couple of loud founders hopped on to say the critics will never be satisfied. Quit apologizing. And I get the instinct, but watch what that does to the story. Now the apology's competing with a fan club telling him he was right all along.
So the defense drowns out the apology.
When your defenders are louder than your own mea culpa, the mea culpa gets buried, and the internet decides you never really meant it.
So what's the one move that saves him? Where does this never become a wreck?
It's almost too simple. He doesn't post the brag. That's it. The party happens, the tattoos happen. 7 grown adults make a choice they're allowed to make. If he just lets it live in the room, there's no crisis. The wreck was never the needle. It was the caption.
So the crime was hitting publish.
The crime was hitting publish with the wrong read. And if he was dead set on posting, the fix was tone.
What does the good version sound like?
There's a version where you write, some folks got tattoos last night. Honestly, that got more intense than we expected. Here's what we're thinking about it. Humble, human, self-aware. Instead, he went, applicants take notes. In the middle of the scariest job market in years. Same exact event. Opposite post.
Okay, that's the save. What's the bigger system? The thing any brand builds so this doesn't happen to them?
Here's the stormproofing, and it's for every founder listening with a small shop. Remember I said he's a 5-person company? When you're that small, the CEO's personal LinkedIn is the brand's entire social channel. There's no comms team, no review, no grown-up in the hallway.
Just a founder and a phone.
A founder at midnight, still buzzing off his own party, posting into a feed full of strangers who are having a much worse week than he is. That's the danger zone.
So who holds the post button?
That's the whole system right there. One rule. Before you publish anything that touches other people's bodies, other people's money, or other people's vulnerability, one person who wasn't at the party reads it cold first. Somebody who didn't feel the energy in the room, reading it the way the most desperate person in your audience is going to read it.
Because the room lies to you.
The room always lies. The room is 6 people who already love you, laughing at your joke, and the founder confused they're laughing with me at the party for the whole internet will laugh with me on the feed. Those are 2 different rooms. Reply guy energy wins the party and loses the timeline every single time.
And the thing he actually put at risk?
The one asset a hiring company literally can't afford to burn. Trust with the exact people he's trying to recruit. The entire talent pool just watched how he treats applicants before they've even signed anything.
So he torched his own recruiting.
You don't build a crazy in a good way employer brand by making the scared people in the market your punchline. You build it by being the founder who, when he blew it, paid for the removal and then shut up. He got to the second half of that eventually. He just took the long way around.
That's our rec for the week. A tattoo gun, 7 logos, and a LinkedIn post that needed one more set of eyes before it ever went out.
And the lesson travels no matter what you're selling. The stunt lives in the room. The post lives forever. Read your own content the way your most nervous customer reads it, not the way your happiest employee does. Which, funny enough, is the exact job I do all day. If you're a food or beverage brand with a product people would genuinely love and an Instagram that's just sitting there flat, that's the thing I fix. I run organic social for food and drink brands. The strategy and the daily posting, so the feed actually builds an audience instead of collecting dust. I built and ran Topo Chico's social from launch on up, so I know the difference between just posting and actually building. Great product, dead feed, let's fix it. It's gallucci.net or DM at gallucci.net on Instagram or LinkedIn.
Bring the Rex. We'll keep picking through them.
I'm Giovanni Gallucci. This has been Social Media Trainwrecks. We'll see you next Tuesday at the next crash site.